Hi guys, just jumping on here. I wanted to do a quick video on Tangerine. At the time of making this video, Tangerine was actually a monthly promo and a new release for doTERRA, so I thought I would do a video on how to use it and how beneficial it can be for our health. So I have my own bottle of Tangerine here. Tangerine is super sweet. It's got that sweet orangey scent to it. It's actually very nice and relaxing. It's one of my favorite oils. If you've been with doTERRA for very long, you would know that Tangerine used to be part of the share program. So what that means is the share program used to be when we shared, we earned points and then we could claim it for free products. They've discontinued that program just over a year ago, but you could never order Tangerine through doTERRA in any other way, but you could earn it with the points. So I actually earned 4 free tangerines, and that's exactly what I went for, was all the tangerine, because I knew you couldn't get it any other way. And so now I'm sitting here with about half a bottle left in this one, and I've got, I think, a quarter bottle in my bathroom collection, and that's all the tangerine I have left. So I am so excited that they released this because I love tangerine. I personally like to use this for adrenal support and some uplifting for its uplifting benefits, because it really is like a positive, enjoyable oil. But I'm going to talk to you today about specifically what we use it for in aromatherapy, okay? And this might be different than what you would learn from somebody else in our network marketing company, because I am an aromatherapist. I'm a certified aromatherapist. I am the founder and creator of 5 Seconds to Healthy. And so I go through things from my aromatherapy background. Okay, so to get into it, so in my aromatherapy studies, we actually studied mandarin and tangerine together as the same oil because the properties are very similar and how it's sourced is sometimes similar too. Even though they are actually 2 totally different oils, they're not very well distinguished in the aromatherapy world. In doTERRA land, we have 2 totally separate oils, and I believe they both come with 2 totally separate properties and benefits. But the mandarin is only available through the Citrus Trio, the Mother's Day promo. There's still some of those left. So if you're interested in getting mandarin and comparing it to tangerine, you can always jump on and order that Citrus Trio in the limited time offers section in your back office. Okay, so here we go. So tangerine comes from a fruit-bearing tree. In aromatherapy, we see it sourced from places like Florida, Texas, California, and parts of East Asia also do mandarin. So like I said, we were learning a little bit about both, okay? If you're a chemistry buff, it is high in monoterpenes and low in alcohols. Monoterpenes is a chemical constituent that's known to relax us. It's gentle to the skin, but it can also be a stimulant. So sometimes things that are high in monoterpenes, such as lavender, for example, would be one of them. Sometimes people are very calming with it, and other people are stimulated because we're a little bit different, right? We all have biochemical individuality amongst us, right? So how citrus oils are sourced. Citrus oils are sourced from the peels of the fruit. So typically there's not really much, if any, essential oil in the actual fruit part that we eat, but it's in the peel. And that is cold pressed. When a citrus oil is steam distilled after it's been cold pressed to extract the oil, often that removes the furanocouramins, which are responsible for creating the photosensitivity of the oils. In doTERRA's case, they have not removed the furanocouramins, and so they actually caution that it may be phototoxic. So we need to be careful when we're using tangerine, because it should be not applied when we're going out into direct sunlight. Phototoxicity means that it can create chemical reactions in the skin that can sometimes lead pigments, and sometimes it can lead to worse reactions depending on who you are, okay? So to get into what we use it for specifically, what kind of ailments, right? So the main properties are, it's actually a circulatory oil, it's good for digestive, and it's an antidepressant, okay? So specifically what we use it for, we can use it for digestive problems in children. So tangerine is actually one of the gentlest oils out there. So I strongly would recommend that if you're looking for oils that are safe for our children and our younger population, this is a good oil for that. It's also good for dyspepsia and flatulence. So if you have a spouse who sounds like they're being followed around by ducks like I do, Tangerine would be helpful. It's also good for lymphatic system stimulation. You can use it for obesity and water retention. In pregnancy, this is actually the best oil for pregnancy in the aromatherapy world, as it's got a really harmonizing effect on the mind and the body, and it's good for preventing stretch marks, right? So if you're expecting and you haven't been blessed with stretch marks yet, or you have, but you'd like to keep them as minimal as possible, Tangerine is your friend, okay? Also, this is one of the best oils for kids, as I mentioned, and it's good for the weak and the elderly because, as you may or may not know, when we're using oils with the elder population, we have to kind of almost treat them like children because their skin tends to be thinner, and so they're a little bit more sensitive to it, like kids are thinner. When we get to older ages, when you're in the middle age range of the population, our skin is typically thicker, so we don't absorb as much or as quickly as we would when we are younger or older. The mind and spirit benefits are it can be sedative and soothing. It can also you can also use it for things like hysteria, insomnia, and nervous tension. And it's good for emotional shock and grief. Now, emotionally, this oil is considered the oil of cheer and creativity. And I'm actually going to post a screenshot so you guys can check it out. But some of the strongest qualities are it's good for people who have negative emotions such as feeling overburdened by responsibility. They feel dutiful, which stifles their creativity. It can help with heavy-heartedness and a lack of fun or joy in life. So if you're looking for some really high, like, creative inspiration, this is really great. It's great for when I like to diffuse this oil in my office. I like to use it when I'm doing things that need a lot of creative work. So I do a lot of imaging online, and I do a lot of website editing and building, and I'm creating stores and doing other things. So when I'm trying to create really nice things and I really need that creative flow, this is an excellent oil for that. It can bring positive properties such as cheerfulness. It can be fun, and it'll help you be abundantly creative and spontaneous. It'll help you with enjoying life, feeling lighthearted, joyful, and optimistic. Okay? When we are looking at chakra healing, based on what I know as an aromatherapist, because I don't have a book that always covers all the oils, so a lot of times I like to get into where I feel the oil is the most drawn. So with this one, I believe that the sacral is the number one root chakra that we would like to use Tangerine for, and that would be because a lot of our digestive issues such as bladder infections, eating disorders, things where I talked about obesity and water retention, that would all lie in the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is located between the pubic bone and the navel. So it's in that kind of smaller lower area. As a secondary use, I don't think it's as powerful for this one, but it comes close as a second use. You can also use this for the solar plexus chakra. So the solar plexus is located between the navel and the rib cavity, and that's good for digestive issues, flatulence, depression, and food allergies and sexual addiction. Okay? If you have any questions, leave me a comment or message me. Okay, guys? Thanks.